Hiya! Welcome to the Your Yoga with Em YouTube channel. Thanks for coming. Today we are doing a class that I did for International Women's Day 2021, and it was such a wonderful flow and people really enjoyed it, and I wanted to share it with you on YouTube so you can do it anytime you like, whether you've done it before with me or not. So instead of the classes that I did that were 60 minutes long, this is going to be a half-hour practice, and it's really open to all levels. Anyone can do it. Just take whatever options feel good for you, if they're easier or more challenging, just whatever feels right today. And although this is a practice inspired by International Women's Day, it's for everybody. Each of us should celebrate one another, so why not do it through yoga? So I'll stop rambling and let's get started with a lovely hip opener coming into butterfly. Let's make our way onto our backs with our knees bent and our feet planted on the mat. When you get here, just let your soles of your feet come together and your knees fall wide. You can have your feet as close to your hips as feels good and let your knees drop as far as feels comfortable. Wherever you are, bring your hands to your stomach, let your shoulders drop away from your ears and relax. If this is too much on your knees or hips, then bring some cushions in to support your knees. And let's just take a few breaths here, maybe closing the eyes if that feels nice. Feel the rise and fall of your stomach under your palms. The affirmation for today's practice is 4 altogether, and I'd like for you to see if one really stands out for you and then carry that one through the practice. The 4 affirmations are: I am strong, I am kind, I am proud, I am humble. See if any 1 or 2 of them really stand out for you and hold on to them. And then let everything else melt away. Forget about the day. Focus on now, on your mat, with your affirmation. Let's take 1 more breath here. And then let's use our hands to help our knees come back together, and then pull them into the chest for a nice cuddle. We have a rock from side to side, give your back a bit of a massage. Okay, and then let's rock ourselves up to seated. And we're going to do butterfly pose sitting down. So planting our seat bones, feet planted in front of us, knees bent. Let's bring the soles of our feet together, and again let our knees fall out the way. Push your hips forward a bit, get comfortable here. Pull your shoulders down your back, feel tall and long in the spine, and take a big inhale through the nose, fill your lungs. Exhale and lean forward, hinging at the hip, coming as far as feels good. And let's open up the back of our neck by dropping our head and tucking your chin. Feel those back ribs opening as you inhale. Let's take 1 more deep breath here. Big breath in. Exhale. And then let's use our next inhale in our hands to help us come back up. And let's make our way to tabletop for some cat and cow to warm up our spine. So coming on to hands and knees, hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. Strong back here. We're going to inhale and dip our belly buttons, reach our crowns and our tailbones to the sky, let your shoulders fall down your back. Exhale and reverse, pushing your belly button to the ceiling, tucking your chin and tailbone. And let us repeat. Just follow your own breath, see how your spine feels. Okay, let's bring our spine back to neutral, and let's tuck those toes, push our tailbones high, coming into our first downward dog. Walk the dog, bend your knees, see how your hamstrings feel. And then let's take a short walk to the top of the mat for forward fold. Let your head, your shoulders, your arms be heavy. Let's enjoy this moment while gravity does the work before we have to. So just let yourself be heavy. Be generous with the bend in your knee if that feels good. You could rest your chest on your thighs if you like. Hold your elbows and sway. Just whatever you need right now. Feel your back opening and just breathe here for a few breaths. Okay, let's inhale, rolling up nice and slowly, one vertebrae at a time, bringing our arms wide and high with us as they reach up overhead, palms meet. Exhale as they come down the centre line to our sides, palms facing forward, shoulders back and down away from our ears, tuck the tailbone, close your eyes. Take a minute here to feel the mat beneath you. Feel as though you're standing outside and you're feeling the soil between your toes. And let's start warming our bodies up with some sun salutations. So big breath in, arms come wide and high, feel your ribs float. Exhale down the centre line to forward fold. Plant your hands, bend your knees, send that right leg back into a lunge. Left leg comes back to meet right for plank. Come onto your knees if that feels good. Lower yourself down, keep your elbows tucked. Exhale. Inhale to scoop up for cobra or upward dog. Lower your chest, tuck your toes, push back to downward dog. Tailbone comes high. Lunge that right leg forward in between the hand. Left foot meets right for forward fold. Big inhale, arms come up wide and high. Extended Tadasana. Palms come down the centre line for Tadasana. And let's follow our flow, follow our breath and keep going. Let's do the other side. Inhale, arms come high. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands, bend the knees, left leg comes back into a lunge, right leg meets left, we're in plank. Chaturanga Dandasana, keeping your elbows in, lower down, and then scoop up for upward dog or cobra, beaming your chest forward, squeeze the glutes a little bit, tuck those toes, push back for downward dog. Lunging that left leg in between the hands, right foot meets left, forward fold. And then slowly rolling up back to extended Tadasana and down to Tadasana. Hands by your side. Starting to feel the warmth. Let's run through that one more time on each side. So really being aware of our breath this time. Inhale, extend Tadasana, arms reach high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lunge back. Exhale to plank and lowering down. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward dog. Inhale, lunge the right leg. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, roll up nice and slowly. Arms come high. Exhale, down to Tadasana. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands. Inhale, lunge back with the left leg. Plant the hands. Exhale, plank on knees or feet and lower down. Inhale, scoop up, squeeze the glutes, feel proud here. Think of your affirmation. Push back to downward dog. Inhale to lunge through. Exhale, forward fold. Take a breath here. On your next inhale, let's roll up nice and slowly. Arms coming wide and high. And then exhale back to Tadasana. And just take a breath here to feel your body, feel the energy building, the heat rising. Okay, and let's get started on the fire section. So through our sun salutations we've really practiced aligning our breath and our movement. Let's try and carry that through, because we start off the fire section with a lot of balance, and it can be really good to focus on your breath, focus on your body while you're practicing your balance. But stay positive. If you're shaking and wobbly, that's good. You're working all the little muscles in your body that so often get neglected. So just really engage all the muscles, focus on your breath. So we're starting at the top of our mat with our feet and our knees together, tailbone tucked, shoulders down. Let's inhale, bring our arms wide and high, pointing the fingertips to the ceiling, our palms don't meet. On our next exhale, we sink down into chair pose. So our bums are coming back and down, biceps stay at ears, coming forward slightly. Try and maintain a straight long back, squeeze your knees, wiggle your toes, the weight should be in your heels. Breathe here. On your next inhale, let's lift the heels. It's tricky, squeeze those knees. Exhale, lower the arms to a T, palms facing up. And then let's straighten our legs, keeping our heels high. Lean forward from the hip and rotate the hands to palms facing the ground. Lean forward. We're flying together. Stay here. Breathe. Reach through your crown. Exhale, lower the heels. Bring the hands to heart center. Let's come into warrior three. So we're lifting our right leg back. Maintain that strong back here. We're aiming to have the weight evenly distributed between leg and upper body. Squeeze your leg. And on your next exhale, let's lower the leg, coming into a forward fold. Enjoy this moment. Okay, on your next inhale, let's roll up nice and slowly, bringing arms wide and high. Again, palms don't meet. On our next exhale, let's let our left arm fall forward, right arm back, and at the same time we'll kick our right leg up and back, so our right foot is meeting right hands, coming into dancer's pose. Look into the palm of your left hand to stabilise you. Keep breathing, and if it feels okay, then lean forward, lifting that right knee higher. Push the top of your right foot into your hand. Breathe here. Okay, on your next exhale, sweep that knee down and up, coming to the chest. Arms come high. Squeeze that knee towards your chest. Exhale and step back. We're going to come into goddess squat. So our toes are pointing out the way, heels in. Arms stay high. As we exhale, we bend at the elbow, bend at the knee, coming down to goddess squat. Squeeze your shoulder blades, squeeze your knees out the way, tuck your tailbone under. Breathe here. Can you go a little bit lower? You can do it. Okay, next inhale, let's rise up, bringing our arms to a T. We're coming to warrior two. So we bring our left foot, toes to the long edge of the mat, right foot, toes to the short edge of the mat. We bend that right knee. So just readjust to make sure your knee is above your ankle. Arms still at a T, let your shoulders drop, feel your hips opening. Okay, and let's extend our warrior. So we're sweeping our left arm high, bringing right arm to right knee. Reaching through those fingertips, you want to feel that you've got a long straight line all the way from toes all the way to fingertips. Come deeper into that right leg. Breathe here. And let's reverse. So keeping the bend in that knee, we're bringing left arm to left thigh, reaching that right arm over, opening our ribs. Keep the bend in that front knee. Look to the ceiling if that feels okay. One more breath. Okay, and then let's bring our arms high. We're going to rotate on that back foot, coming onto our tiptoes and reaching our belly buttons to the front of the mat, keeping that bend in that front leg. Our arms are high, let your shoulders drop, sink a bit lower into the lunge, and let's have a baby back bend. So reach your heart high, fingertips back, open up your heart, bend into that front knee. Okay, and on your next exhale, let your arms drop behind you, interlace your fingers. Pull your shoulders back and let's come into humble lunge. So we're leaning forward, bringing our shoulder to knee, aiming for forehead to ground if you really can, but that's impossible for me. Bring your arms high, really open your shoulders. One more breath here. Okay, let's release our hands to the ground. Lower that back knee, coming into a low lunge. Take a few breaths to get comfortable here. See if you want to bring the back knee further forward or further away and have a little wiggle. If it feels good, then you can come high and sink deep into your hips, or stay on your fingertips and beam your chest forward. Pull your shoulders back. Wherever you are, let's take one more breath here. Okay, let's plant our hands, let's make our way to pigeon pose. So we're bringing that right knee into right wrist, a little bit of shiggling about, then pull that left leg back to whoever part feels comfortable. Again, stay high here, or make your way down onto your forearms or your forehead, and we'll take a few breaths here. Let's take one more deep breath in, breathing all the way into the hips. Okay, then let's use our hands to push us up, tuck that back toe, make our way back to downward dog, tailbone high, and then walk, step or lunge to the top of the mat for a forward fold. Inhale to roll up nice and slowly, arms wide and high, extending to Tadasana. Exhale down the centre line to Tadasana. If it feels okay, close your eyes. Feel the energy you're creating flowing through your body. And then let's do the other side. So back to chair pose. Inhale, arms wide and high, palms don't meet. Exhale, sinking down into chair pose. Squeeze those knees, shoulders down your back, tailbone tucked. Inhale to come onto your tiptoes. Exhale, arms to a T, palms facing up. And then let's straighten our legs, rotate our hands, those palms face down, lean forward, we're flying. Pull that tailbone back, reach your crown. Okay, let's lower our heels, bringing hands into heart center. This time we're bringing our left leg high for warrior three. So feel strong in that back, pull your tailbone away, lift that left leg, breathe here. Try to keep both hips level to the ground. I know it's difficult. Okay, let's lower that leg, forward fold. Let's roll up nice and slowly, arms coming wide and high with us. And then this time our right arm falls forward, left arm back. We kick the left leg back, foot to meet hand, coming into dancer's pose. Look into the palm of your right hand. Breathe here. Can you lean a bit further forward? Okay, let's sweep that knee up to the chest. Arms coming high, squeeze that knee as close to the chest as you can. Then let's step back for goddess squats. Toes pointing out the way, heels in. Let's bend our elbows, bend our knees on our next exhale. Whew. Breathe here, squeeze those shoulder blades, push the knees out the way. Smile. Can you go a little bit lower? Okay, ready? Inhale, come up, arms to a T. Let's move our feet. Right leg this time, toes pointing towards the long edge of the mat. Left foot, left toes to the short edge of the mat. Bend that left knee, we're coming into warrior two. Shoulders down and back, crown high. Squeeze that front knee out the way. Let's extend. So reach that right arm over, Big straight line, fingertip to toe. Come deep into that left bend, sink a bit lower, and just breathe here. Look at the ceiling if that feels good. One more breath and then we'll reverse. Okay, keep that depth in your front leg. Pull that left arm up and high. Open your ribs. I am strong, I am kind, I am proud, I am humble. Okay, arms come high. We're going to rotate into our lunge. Coming onto the tiptoes on that right foot, rotating our belly button to face the top of the mat. Arms high, let's baby back bend. So inhale, reach, open your chest to the ceiling. Reach your fingertips back behind you. Doesn't have to be too much here. And then let's bring our arms down behind us, interlace the fingers, pull your shoulders back, open your heart. Dive forward. Breathe here, you got this. Okay, let's bring our hands to the mat, lower that back knee. Whew. Again, wherever feels comfortable, just have a wiggle though. Let your shoulders come down your back and take a few breaths here. Let's take one more big breath. Okay, let's plant our hands, bring that left knee to left wrist, coming into pigeon pose. Scoot that right leg back, really opening the hips and the glutes. And again, stay high here or sink low onto the forearms or forehead. And just enjoy a few breaths here. One more breath. Okay, and let's come up onto our hands, tuck the back toe, push back to downward dog, and then step, lunge or jump back to the top of the mat for forward fold. Our last one. Inhale, roll up nice and slowly, arms coming high, hands meet overhead, exhaling back to Savasana. Hands by our sides, palms facing forward. Close your eyes, take a big breath. As you exhale, open your mouth and just have a big sigh. And be proud of yourself for the hard work you've put in on the mat today. And let's come down to the mat for some stretching. So we're going to start our cool down stretch with frog pose. So bring your knees parallel to the long edge of the mat. You want your ankles to be parallel with knees, toes pointing out of the way on both sides. Let's come down onto our forearms if that feels okay. If not, just stay up on your hands. Let's inhale and pull our hips away from our feet. Exhale and push back. This is a really uncomfortable hip opener, but it's so good for you. We'll stay here for a few breaths. If it feels better, reach your toes together, almost like a wide child's pose. So whatever feels good for you today, you can pulse if that feels good. Let's take 2 more deep breaths here. Okay, let's come up onto our hands and come out of frog pose, making our way onto our backs, pulling our knees into chest, having another cuddle. And then let's do a glute stretch, so dropping our feet to the ground, bring your right ankle to left knee, push that right knee away, flex the right foot to protect your knee, And if this is okay, then stay here. If you want a bit more, then reach through and grab that left leg and pull it into your chest. Have a little bit of movement just to see which areas need a bit more attention. There's definitely little tricky bits. If you want to, then close your eyes and breathe through the stretch. One more breath. Okay, let's plant the feet. Bring left ankle to left knee, push that left knee away, flex the left foot. Stay here or reach through, grab the right leg, pull it into your chest. Close your eyes and relax. See if there's an area of your body that you can let go of, maybe your shoulders or your jaw. Breathe here. Okay, let's release our feet to the ground. And then have a shimmy, so as your whole back is planted against the mat, tuck the tailbone and bring the feet high to the ceiling, bringing your legs vertical. Let's flex and point the feet, maybe a little bit of a circular motion for our ankles, whatever feels good for you today. And if you want a little bit more, bring your hands to the lower of your back, just above your bum, and bring your knees overhead. This is a really good stretch for the back. If you want to, you can come into full plough, bringing your toes to the ground. Don't push yourself too far. The plough is a really difficult position, so just as much as feels good today. And when you're fed up of hanging your legs in the air, just plant them to the ground and come into Savasana for a comfortable close to the practice. So taking up as much space as feels good. If you want to have your knees bent, then that's fine. If you want to stay seated, then that's okay. Just whatever you need to close today's practice. But wherever you are, close your eyes, let your shoulders fall away from your ears. Take a deep breath in through the nose, feel your lungs fill. Exhale through the nose. Let's do that again. Big breath in. And this time as you exhale, be conscious of the contact between the mat and your body. Feel your weight resting upon it. And just let it be heavy. Let yourself surrender into the mat. Let all the tension melt away. Any that you're holding in your face, just let it release into the mat. From your hairline, forehead, to your brow line. With every exhale, your mouth, your jaw. And then let that tension release all the way down your body, through your neck, your shoulders, let your arms be heavy. Let your back sink into the mat, let your hips weigh down, your legs roll out the way, and just relax here. If your mind starts to wander, that's okay. Acknowledge the thought and then let it pass by like a cloud. And then refocus on your breath. let's gradually become aware of our breath again as it deepens. Maybe wiggling our fingers and our toes to wake up the body. And if it feels good, bring your arms overhead for a big body stretch. Squeeze all the muscles. And then release, melting to the ground. And then when you feel ready, let's slowly make our way up to a seated position. Bring our hands to our knees, palms facing up. Drop your shoulders, close your eyes. Feel a long, tall spine. Get a deep breath in as you think of your affirmation. And then release a big sigh, releasing all negativity. Let's bring our hands together at heart center. Namaste. Well done. I really hope you enjoyed the flow and I hope you felt strong and empowered throughout it. Subscribe for more content, there will be lots more to come. We've got the 14-day challenge that you can give a go. It's 10 minutes a day for 2 weeks. There's also a really lovely evening and morning flow. Check it all out, and yeah, subscribe, like this video and comment, let me know how you got on. I love hearing from you guys as always. And check out my socials, Instagram and Facebook, they're all down below in the description box for any live classes and updates on upcoming YouTube releases. Have an amazing day, lots of love.